Hello, hello, hello. And it's the 25th of the 1st, 25. That's 25125. That's got to be significant. I don't know how, but it sounds quite significant. And here we are coming towards the end of January, and doesn't it feel like the nights are opening up already? It's like gets to 5 o'clock now here in the UK, and you can still see where you're going. So that's really excited and to be celebrated. Definitely, I think. I've been doing a lot of work recently about values. I've been reading to John you'd think I'd remember his name, DeMartini, I think his name is, who talks about the value factor. I've also, one of the modules in the Map to Wellness program that I take people through to enable them to get to know themselves better is all about getting clear on your values. And something that came up for me today when I was listening to something was the idea that if you are not achieving your goals, if you've got a goal that you've wanted to achieve for a while and it doesn't seem to be getting anywhere, it's worth looking at what your core values are. Because if your core values don't match, they're not in alignment with what you say you want, it ain't going to happen. It's like your conscious and your subconscious are at battle with each other, because our values are intrinsically there, whether we know about them or not. A real easy way to look at your values, and before I say that, I'll just say that your value is really what is important to you, and your values can change over time depending where you are in your life. If you're just started a family, then your family is going to be more important on the family, on the value sector, what's important to you at the moment. Whereas in your younger years, having a good time and partying, hi Dolores, having a good time and partying might have been more important. In later life, it might be slowing down and peace is more important, or health is more important, especially as we navigate some of the health challenges that I know people have got here in the group. So our values can change, but it is definitely worth getting to know what your values are. It's an insightful exercise, and there's not just one exercise. I mean, I take people through a bit of a question and answer thing to get a bit clearer, but from my own exploration into it, it is ever evolving, really. So for example, if you say that you've got a value of health, yet you spend your spare time sitting on the sofa and eating chocolates, then your values, what you're doing and what you're saying, are two different things. And this isn't a judgment exercise. It really isn't. Don't judge yourself for not having the value of health. If you haven't got the value of health, you haven't got the value of health. But knowing that and just being aware of it can then say, okay, well, what is my value, and how can I use that value to navigate what I want in life? It really is very, very interesting. And if you'd like to know more about how to get to know your values, then come and have a chat with me. But it's, it is very interesting. And what I was going to say is a real clear way of getting to know what's important to you right now is having a look at your bank balance. Not your bank balance, but what you spend your money on. Look at your bank statement and look at where you spend your money. So where you spend your money is a real clear indicator of what's important to you. So if you spend most of your money on holidays and adventures, you would say adventure is one of your top values, or experiences are your top values. If you're spending it on gifts for friends and family, it might be family is your top value. If you're spending it on health supplements and gym memberships, health is probably up there. If you're spending it on personal development programs and other sort of self-help things, then you would say that personal development and learning is probably up there on your values. But I'm just, doing some work on all of those values and getting a bit deeper and discovering on a deeper level what mine are and how I can maybe shift my goals to match my values more, or use my values to navigate my moving forward towards my goals. So for example, I am questioning whether the triathlon dream is really aligned with my values, when I do quite value ease and simplicity and comfort, and getting out of your comfort zone in that much is maybe not quite aligned with where I am now. So I'm going to have a look and dig down a little bit deeper and see if I can help myself a little bit more. Anyway, that's what I've been guided to. It felt like there's a lot of over the last few days, values have come into my world quite a lot, and recently I've been taking through a couple of people through that module on the Map to Wellness program, which is all about knowing your values and making sure that you are aligned with them, and your actions and your goals are aligned with them. So that's what I'm learning at the moment. Shall we take a breath together? Yeah. Just allow the breath to be. If it's safe to do so, you can close your eyes. Feel supported by the furniture and feel the earth beneath you. Just notice when you sit really still, you can almost feel the vibrations of Mother Earth coming up through your feet, through your bottom, through your thighs, through your back. Take another big deep breath in. Aim to fill your whole body up. And then gently and deliberately and very, very slowly release your breath. And do that again in your own time. Put a smile on your face, because when you put a smile on your face, your body knows that it's safe. And then tell yourself, I am safe. Right here, right now, I am safe. And as you continue with your breathing in your beautiful safe space, let's send out a little prayer to humanity. Hi Celts, how you doing? We're just breathing, you know how to do this very well. And sending out a little prayer of love to this wonderful, if somewhat crazy world that we're living in. Sending that little flame of light from your heart and glow it out to surround your whole body, your whole house, your whole neighbourhood, your whole country, continent, and then send it out to the whole world. And we pray that everybody, every single person gets to experience their heart opening a little bit more, receiving a little bit more love, a little bit more joy, peace, compassion, prosperity, health, happiness. Yay. Send that out. So we've got all those healing vibes going around the world. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I'm going to take you through the Blignite acronym, which I use now every day, and I've got myself a little tune that you'll have the delight of hearing at the end of this. So B is for breath work, L is for laughter. So this comes from the practices of laughter yoga, and the fact that when we laugh, even if we're laughing at something that's not funny, we're fake laughing, our body doesn't actually know the difference. And what it also does, you can feel yourself if you laugh. It almost gives your your internal organs a bit of a massage. You can feel them massaging. Laughter is just really good for the soul, and it's good for your body. So if you haven't had a laugh today, use this as an opportunity or as an excuse to laugh. And if there's somebody in the room looking at you crazily, just point at them and laugh and watch their expression. That's even more funny. Hi Eva, how you doing? You've just caught us on the laughter, so come in and join us for laughter. And the next letter is I, for intention, because there is a real power behind intention. If we decide what we want the next 24 hours to bring us, well, I'm coming to the end of my day, so I'm intending for a great night's sleep. And I did have a great night's sleep last night. I was really tired yesterday. I'd overdone it a bit the night before, so I got to bed early. I did some reflecting, I did some reading, and I went to bed nice and early, and I woke up feeling so much lighter, so much better. So having a good night's sleep is so, so important. And really set that as an intention before you go to bed. Just decide, say, tonight I'm going to sleep well. And if you don't sleep quite as well as you want when you wake up the next morning, forgive yourself for that and just be grateful for how well you did sleep. But then the next night, do the same thing. Tonight I'm going to have a great night's sleep. I'm going to sleep all the way through. I'm going to wake up feeling great. And then tomorrow I'm not sure what to do with the day. I love it when I've got a free day, and I have got a free day. I think I've got a call about 4 o'clock, so not till later. I'm debating whether to go swimming in the morning, but I'm going to see how I feel. See what the day brings tomorrow and how I feel. I'm just going to feel into it. So that's my intention, to really go with the flow and enjoy whatever the day will bring me. G is for gratitude. What are you grateful for right now? Well, I've had a wonderful day actually. I woke up feeling good. I did my morning sort of routine and rituals that I do. So I got them all done, which is fab. I did some reflecting and trying to jiggle around my calendar a little bit, because I recognise I try and put too much in, and I feel much better when I've got less things to do and less things on my calendar. This has not been an easy task for me, but I'm moving towards a place where I want to be, where it's just in more ease and flow. So my intention is to move towards an easy life. So I feel relaxed, I feel in flow, and I'm not feeling stressed and overwhelmed, basically. So I'm recognising that having a calendar that's chock-a-block is quite exhausting. Even just to look at it is quite exhausting. And then I spend a lot of time jiggling things about, which is also quite exhausting. So, but it is not, it's not an easy thing. And what I've been telling myself, which is one of the letters, we haven't got to it yet, so I'll talk about that in a minute. What I've been telling myself has not been very helpful. So I'm grateful for having time to start that process. I am grateful for, I've got a little spiritual group that I'm part of. So we had a great conversation around lunchtime, and that always really helps to ground me and discuss things with the bigger picture. And then I went out to lunch with my friend and meeting her new fella, which was really nice. We went to a local restaurant, which is a really nice restaurant. And then she treated me for the lunch. So super, super grateful. Then I've come back, I've had a little lie down, and I'm going to take Sophie out shortly. N is for nature, getting out at nature. Nature's such a grounder, isn't it? It's like, if you've got somewhere beautiful nearby, then no matter what the weather, getting out in nature really, really helps. That's why having a dog is just so wonderful, because she gets me outside. I am sure that if I didn't have her, I wouldn't, even though I talk about it a lot, and I'd probably force myself to get out there. It's not quite the same as having the dog who forces you out. She definitely gets me out twice a day. I've also got my guinea pig, so if I don't get out with the dog, which is not very often, at least I get outside in the garden. And every morning, so if you can do nothing else, just stick your head outside the door. Feel the temperature on your skin. Just look towards the sun, get a feel of the sun, even if it's hidden behind clouds, even if you can't see it at all. Know that it is there beyond. And now, as I said right at the beginning, the seasons are changing again, even though it's cold and even though we're still in January. We get to 5 o'clock and you can still see, so the daylight is extending. So, and if you go outside and look at the plants, things are starting to grow again. Spring is on its way, even if sometimes it's well hidden. That's nature. What are you ingesting? So ingesting what you put into your body, whether that's food or drink, what you what your thoughts are, that's what you put into your body as well. Definitely what you listen to, what you watch, all of those things really you're ingesting. But I suppose I mainly focus on food because food's a nice easy one. I am looking at cleaning my diet more and more, and I'm doing a reasonable job, I think. My diet is pretty clean. Like I said, I had a green smoothie for breakfast so I'm trying to alkaline my blood a little bit. So that was full of all the healthy green stuff. And then we went out for lunch and it was salmon with some roasted potatoes and broccoli. And it was on sort of a bed of like what do they call it? A bisque, a red pepper bisque, which was slightly spicy. It was really nice. And I had some rooibos tea, so that was good. And I've just had a cacao and a few not hazelnuts. They were walnuts. Walnuts are good for the brain, but obviously I couldn't remember what they were called. So let's overlaugh because the joke wasn't that funny, but we'll do it anyway because we like to laugh. So you've got B for breath, L for laughter, I for intend, G for gratitude, N for nature, I for ingest, T is what you're telling yourself. So at the beginning when I took you through the breath work, just telling yourself that you're safe tells your body that actually it's a sort of three-pronged approach to breath to keeping your body safe. One is to allow the outward breath to be a bit longer than the inward breath, because that really calms down the nervous system. Smile, because when you're smiling, you know you're not in danger. And just tell yourself, right here, right now, I am safe. But what I also recognised I was telling myself was, so I journaled it down, about time and not having enough time to do everything I wanted to do. So what I was telling myself is I don't have the time to do everything I want. I've got too much on my plate. I don't know how we're going to fit everything in. So I'm going to change that rhetoric and change what I'm telling myself to I am in flow with the universal energies. I have all the time I need. Interesting. I allow the universe to support me in achieving my goals. So if we grab hold of that universal support and allow ourselves to be in flow more, then the universe will help us moving towards our goals if our goals are aligned with our values, which is what I also talked about at the beginning of the recording if you weren't here at the beginning. So making sure that our goals are aligned, what we want, what we desire, is it fully aligned with us? Or is it fully aligned with society, with your mum, with your kids, with your neighbours, with your boss? What are your goals and are they aligned with you and actually what you want and your values? So the universe will support you in moving towards those goals if they're fully aligned. And if you feel you're getting a bit stuck, then maybe it's time to really start to dig a bit deeper and find out what you really want in life. And you think that's really easy. Well, yeah, it's not. And I think I've got to dig a bit deeper. Well, I want to dig a bit deeper. I'm going to dig a bit deeper and see what comes up for me. See what I really want. What is it I want in life? You know, if you could have everything that you wanted, what would you be doing? If money wasn't an object and you didn't have to worry about money, what would you be doing? Where would you be living? Who would you be hanging out with? If you could magically get rid of any negativity in your life and just have pure positiveness and just be doing things that every day that you enjoyed, what would you be doing? Have play with some ideas about if you had a perfect day, what would that perfect day look like? Just have some fun with it and see where it takes you. That's my invitation. So yes, what I'm telling myself is that I'm in flow with universal energies. I have all the time that I need. I have all the time that I need. And I'm going to allow the universe to support me in achieving my desires. And the E of the acronym of Blignite is enjoy. Just decide you are going to enjoy. You're going to find pleasure in the simple things in life. You're going to look for things to smile at. You're going to look for things to laugh at. Overemphasize the laugh. If you have a little giggle, turn it into a full-on laugh. Yeah, really milk the laughter. Decide to enjoy whatever you're doing right now. Just take a moment now and sort of have a look where you're at and just see or feel or smell or use one of your senses to find something to find pleasure in. That's my invitation. And if you haven't found anything yet, then now I'm going to sing my song, which obviously is going to fill everybody with joy and laughter. So, Blignite my happy, Blignite the happy in me. B-L-A... I said it wrong. B-L-I-G-N-I-T-E, Blignite the happy in me. It fills my world with wonder and every day with glee. B-L-I-G-N-I-T-E, Blignite the happy in me. Breathe deep and consciously, laugh just 'cause you can. Intend to be happy, intend to be grateful too. Get out in nature and ingest wonderful food. Tell myself all's well and remind myself to say everything's happening for me. I'm enjoying what's coming my way. So Blignite my happy, Blignite the happy in me. Blignite, Blignite the happy in me. Mwah. Thank you all for being here, lovely ladies. Anybody else that's joining later, thank you for listening. And I will see you tomorrow. And if you would like some help and support getting in tune on your values, then that's one of the services my coaching offers. So do come and have a conversation, and I can see how we can see how we can work at getting your goals aligned with really what's important to you, finding out really what makes you tick, and how we can move towards a life that we really want, rather than a life we're just plodding our way towards without any conscious thought. Anyway, have the rest of a wonderful Saturday, and I will look forward to seeing you tomorrow. See you later.